Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This episode is going to be a quick one. Today I'm going to be fixing my Ryobi string trimmer with 3D printing, complete with a free STL, so if that's why you came, head on down to the description and click that link. Everyone else, we're going on an adventure. It's already March, and in my area of the country, that means it's spring. Almost. Anyway, that also means I have to get back outside on the weekends to keep nature in check or risk being overrun. So imagine my surprise when I went to fire up the string trimmer and this happened. That's bad. The culprit I found was this worn out part of the trimmer head. It's been completely worn through and no longer has any of the features that stop the string from completely unwinding while it spins. It makes sense to me that parts like this wear out, but a quick check on Amazon informed me that this isn't the first time, and it probably won't be the last time either. Since I hate buying replacement parts over and over and over, I immediately thought, what if I could just 3D print this? I searched everywhere I could think online and discovered this might be the only replacement part that someone hasn't already designed and put online. No worries though, we can do this. Since the original part is completely trashed and missing features and geometry I would need in order to make a compatible replacement, I did indeed buy another one brand new. Let's take a look. I really only need to replace this retention ring, so let's set everything else aside and examine what makes this work. Okay, we have some recesses on the side where these prongs clip in to hold it in place, and then on the bottom we have this lip that keeps the spool of trimmer line inside. Then on the inside of that lip, it looks like we have a few ratchet teeth. This is what allows the spool to feed more line when it's tapped on the ground, but otherwise prevents the parts from spinning freely. Then there's a couple holes on the side where the string line can come out, and that's about it. Pretty simple. Let's see if we can model this in Fusion 360. Using calipers, I grab the measurements from the part and start making the sketch. Since I'm designing this specifically for 3D printing, there are a few considerations that we have to make. First, my part will likely not be as strong as the injection molded plastic. To compensate, we're going to leave some areas thick and chunky. More material equals more strength. The next consideration is also about strength and durability, and that's print orientation. 3D prints are generally weakest along the layer lines, and since the forces on this part will be predominantly coming from the internal spring, pushing that spool against those ratchet teeth, I don't want my layer lines perpendicular to those forces. To achieve the best resistance to both spinning forces and the pushing forces, I'm opting to print this at an angle, so I'm putting these flat faces on the part that will rest snugly on the build plate during printing. In the slicer, I position the part so that one of those faces is flat, and then in settings I turn on the supports, which may or may not be completely necessary, and add a wide brim to increase adhesion. Then I hit print. Hey, hold up. Does anyone actually like when there's music during these sequences? Let me know in the comments, or I'm just gonna keep doing it. Alright, back to the show. And this is the result. Looks mildly like the original, and while I was at it, I designed and printed a replacement bump knob, giving this part the same beveled edge treatment for printing on an angle. And as we can see here, all the parts fit together. The real test, however, will be seeing if this actually works. Woo! She works! Now, only time will tell how long this holds up and when I'll have to resort to installing the OEM part that's now collecting dust in the shed. But nothing can replace the satisfaction and sense of accomplishment that comes from designing and manufacturing a solution yourself.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or even leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about a functional print that saved you time or money, or just gave you that sense of accomplishment that makes this hobby so addicting. Until next time, keep creating.